Hey folks, listen up. Before you toss that penny into the change jar or feed it to a vending machine, you might want to take a closer look. Because believe it or not, one ordinary looking penny from 1995, yes, the one with Abraham Lincoln chillin' on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, could be worth up to $1.1 million today. Yeah, you heard me right. $1.1 million. For a penny today, we're diving deep into the surprising world of the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. We'll talk about why it's worth so much, how to spot a valuable one, what mistakes to avoid, and how I nearly threw mine away. Yep, true story. So grab your coffee, check your pockets, and let's get into the kind of treasure hunt that doesn't involve a map or a pirate ship, just a penny and a little patience. Let's start with the basics. This is your average copper-plated zinc penny. It weighs 2.5 grams, features Abe Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Looks just like the one jingling in your car's cup holder. Some 1995 pennies have a very specific kind of doubling on Lincoln's head. We're not talking about your eyes playing tricks on you. It's what's called double die obverse. That means the image was stamped twice, slightly off, during production at the Philadelphia Mint. So instead of Lincoln looking crisp and clear, he looks like he had one too many espressos and started vibrating on the coin. You'll especially notice it on the word Liberty and In God We Trust. They'll look kind of shadowed or almost like a ghosted image. These doubling errors are rare. And in coin collecting, rare equals valuable. Throw in high quality condition, and now you've got something collectors will throw buckets of cash at. Let's talk about that missing mint mark. Mint marks are those tiny letters that tell you which mint made your coin. D for Denver, S for San Francisco, and no letter at all for Philadelphia. Now, most 1995 pennies were made in Philly, over 6 billion of them, in fact, and they don't have a mint mark. So yes, the no mint mark itself isn't rare, but when you combine the no mint mark with the double die feature and the coin being in uncirculated or mint state condition, that's when things start turning into gold, or at least, million-dollar copper. In fact, one of these error pennies in near-perfect condition sold for over $1 million at auction. And it's not the only one out there, alright, so now you're itching to dig through that jar of coins on top of your fridge. Good. Here's what you're looking for: a no-mint mark under the year. This confirms it came from Philadelphia. Doubling in the lettering on the front, especially Liberty and In God We Trust. The doubling should be very clear, not fuzzy or soft shiny. Uncirculated, little to no wear. If your coin looks like it's been through a washing machine, it's probably not worth the big bucks. But if it's clean, crisp, and shows the doubling clearly, you're in the game. For grading, the top dollars go to coins graded MS67 or better. That's mint state, on a 70-point scale. You can get it professionally graded through companies like PCGS or NGC. If you suspect you've got the real deal, do not clean it. I repeat, don't polish it, don't scrub it, don't even breathe on it. Just place it gently in a plastic sleeve or coin holder, and take it to a professional for evaluation. A few years back, I was helping my mom clean out her basement. You know how that goes: boxes of VHS tapes, broken Christmas lights, and an old coffee can full of coins. Out of boredom, I dumped the coins out and started flipping through them. Most of it was junk: sticky quarters, a nickel that looked like it went to war, and a handful of pennies. I almost threw them all into a Coinstar bag. But something made me hold back that night. I did a little Googling and found out about double die pennies. I dug the coins back out, and sure enough, one of them had that weird shadowy text on the front. I took it to a local coin shop and the guy's eyes nearly popped out of his head. Turns out it wasn't the $1 million one, but it was worth a few grand. And all that from a penny that sat in my mom's basement next to a pair of roller skates from 1989. You might be thinking, how can one tiny little flaw make a coin worth $1 million? Simple, it's all about rarity, demand, and condition. Collectors love these coins because they're a well-documented error. They're extremely scarce. In top condition, they represent a famous US mint mistake. This penny is like the typo baseball card or misprinted stamp, the kind of mistake that becomes a legend. And because people are constantly hunting for them, the market stays hot right now. The best examples are fetching between $500,000 and $1.1 million at auction. Even lower grade versions still go for hundreds or thousands. That's a lot of return on investment for 1 cent. Check your spare change regularly. Ask friends and family if they've got old coins they don't care about. Go to yard sales and estate sales, old folks' sock drawers or gold mines. Invest in a cheap magnifying glass and start flipping pennies. Store anything interesting safely. No rubber bands, no metal tins. Join coin collector forums and groups on Facebook or Reddit. When in doubt, take it to a professional coin dealer for verification. Don't rush. Get it appraised. Get it graded. Then go to auction or list it through a reputable coinbroker. There are always scammers out there trying to pass off fake double dies. A real 1995 double die will show clear separation in the lettering, not fuzzy, not machine doubled, not wishful thinking. Also, don't believe people selling coins on eBay for $20,000 that look like they've been chewed by a lawnmower. A legit $1 million penny looks perfect and is verified by grading authorities. Ask a pro. Better safe than scammed. So there you have it. That humble 1995 penny in your drawer might not be just spare change, it might be your ticket to 6, even 7 figures. These hidden gems are out there, in glove compartments, junk drawers, pants pockets, and peanut jars. And now you know exactly what to look for. If this video opened your eyes to the world of rare coins and $1 million pennies, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop videos every week with new tips, hidden coin values, and ways to turn your spare change into serious cash. Like this video, share it with a friend, and leave a comment if you've ever found a valuable coin. Who knows, the next success story could be yours. Hey folks, grab a chair and take a good hard look at that dusty jar of pennies sitting on your dresser, under your car seat, or buried deep in the kitchen junk drawer. You know the one I'm talking about. What if I told you one of those ordinary little copper coins from 2003 could be worth over $1.2 million today? No joke. One tiny cent, the 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln Memorial penny, has skyrocketed in value, turning heads in the coin collecting world and making everyday Americans instant millionaires. Imagine finding one of these bad boys hiding in your spare change and realizing it's worth more than a luxury condo in Miami. That's not a coin, that's a copper jackpot. In today's video, we're going to break it all down. What makes this penny so valuable? How do you spot the right one? What should you look for before cashing in? And don't worry, I'll also share a funny little story about the time I nearly threw a valuable coin in a vending machine trying to get peanut M&Ms. Yeah, true story. So hang tight. You don't want to miss a single second, because your ticket to wealth might be rattling around in your cup holder right now. Alright, first things first, let's talk about the basics. The 2003 Lincoln Memorial penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia. Most people think these are just regular, run-of-the-mill pennies. And honestly, 99.9% of them are. They're worth, well, a penny. In this case, it's a rare variety or error coin that turns the ordinary into something extraordinary. The kind of coin that makes collectors lose sleep and pull out magnifying glasses. The kind of coin that's now commanding over $1.2 million in top-tier auctions. It's not just about age, 2003 isn't that long ago. What makes the difference is rarity, condition, and errors. Now let's get into the juicy part. The specific 2003 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny that sold for $1.2 million wasn't just your average everyday cent. This baby had some serious minting issues. We're talking about off-center strikes, double dies, and planchet errors, those weird quirks that happen when the minting machinery hiccups. Coin nerds, and I say that with love, live for this stuff. Imagine a penny where Lincoln's head is off to the side, or where you can see doubling in the words "In God We Trust." Or maybe the reverse side looks oddly pressed, or the edges are misshaped. These are the details that drive collectors wild and make auctions go absolutely bonkers. The rarer the error, the higher the value. And if it's in pristine condition, meaning untouched, shiny, and uncirculated, you're looking at a serious payday. That's where companies like PCGS or NGC come in. These are the big dogs in the coin world. They evaluate your coin under microscopes, assign it a grade, and seal it in a tamper-proof case. That grade is everything. A penny that looks average to you might score a near-perfect grade under the right eyes. A 2003 penny in pocket change condition might be worth 1 cent. But that same coin, with a rare error and a mint state 68 or higher grade? Boom! That's how you hit 6 or 7 figures. Let me take a break from all the technical stuff and tell you a quick story. A couple years ago, I was digging around in my car looking for coins to feed the vending machine. I was craving peanut M&Ms like my life depended on it. I grabbed a handful of change, shoved it into the machine, and didn't think twice. Later that night, I saw an article about rare pennies from the early 2000s. I went cold. I realized one of the coins I shoved into that snack machine had a weird doubling on the date, something I'd noticed before but shrugged off. I drove back to that vending machine like a man on a mission. I even asked the guy who refills the machines if he could help me check the coin box. Check your change before you spend it. You never know what you might be giving away for a 99-cent candy bar. Let's get back to helping you find the golden goose. Unusual patterns like doubling, off-centering, or unusual edges. It should look minty fresh, no scratches or wear thicker or thinner than usual. Planchet, that can be a sign of striking error. Most pennies should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's way off, that's a red flag in a good way. And remember, just because a penny has no mint mark doesn't make it rare by itself. The value comes from a combination of rarity, condition, and error type. Let's say you hit the jackpot. You found a perfect 2003 no mint mark Lincoln penny with a beautiful mint error. You need to get it authenticated and graded. After that, head to reputable auction houses or sell through trusted platforms like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. Avoid random online buyers who offer quick cash. If someone's offering you $500 for a coin potentially worth over $1 million, you're being lowballed big time. Also, join coin forums or Facebook groups. There's a big, supportive community out there full of hobbyists, dealers, and experts who love to help newbies. Yes, even one minted in 2003 could change your life. It might be sitting in your pocket, your junk drawer, or your old piggy bank. All it takes is one special error, one mint condition find, and boom, you're in millionaire territory. Don't underestimate those little copper coins. What most people see as spare change could actually be a piece of numismatic treasure. So start looking. Examine every penny that crosses your path. Get a magnifier. Educate yourself. And most of all, don't spend your good coins on vending machine snacks like I did. Learn from my mistake. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something new or got inspired to dig through your couch cushions, do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. Tap the bell icon so you never miss a video. This channel is all about uncovering the hidden wealth in your pocket change and giving you the tools to turn coins into cash. Hey there, fellow coin hunters and treasure seekers. Let me ask you something. What if I told you that a plain old penny you tossed in your junk drawer back in the 80s could be worth over $1 million today? No, I'm not joking. I'm talking about the 1981 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. That's right, a tiny copper coin hiding in plain sight with a current market value of up to $1.30 million. So if you're someone who's ever said, it's just a penny, well, my friend, buckle up, because by the end of this video, you might be flipping over every coin jar in your house. And let me just say this up front, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I were, I'd advise you to start checking your change a lot more carefully. Because this isn't just about coins, this is about turning pocket change into life-changing wealth. In today's video, we're diving deep into the 1981 no mint mark penny. Why it's so valuable, how to tell if you've got the real deal, and what you should absolutely not do before getting it checked. And yes, I'll share a personal story involving a dusty shoebox, a metal detector, and a trip to the gas station that changed everything. Alright, let's start with the basics. The 1981 Lincoln Memorial cent looks like your everyday penny. It's got Lincoln's famous side profile on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. Nothing unusual, right? See, the 1981 penny came out during a transitional period. That year was the last full year the US Mint used 95% copper and 5% zinc in pennies. After that, they switched to copper-plated zinc because copper was getting too expensive. Now here's where it gets wild. While most of the 1981 pennies were perfectly standard, a very tiny number of no mint mark varieties were struck with unique die characteristics, sharper details, and flawless surfaces, either due to test strikes or high-quality early production. And when one of those coins shows up in near-perfect condition, like mint state 67 or higher, collectors go absolutely bonkers for it, especially if it's a no mint mark penny, struck in Philadelphia and missing even the tiniest imperfection. That's what drives the price through the roof. Now, about that mint mark. A lot of people get tripped up here. In 1981, coins minted in Philadelphia didn't carry a mint mark at all. So if you flip over your 1981 penny and don't see a little D or S under the date, don't panic, that's not an error. It's normal for Philadelphia coins at that time. There were a few rare 1981 Philadelphia pennies made with die errors, double dies, and unusual sharpness, especially those in extremely high grade. These are the pennies experts call condition rarities. And because the Philly Mint churned out billions of pennies that year, finding one in pristine, untouched condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. That's what makes it so valuable. Supply is massive, but the demand for the ultra-rare top condition coins is sky high. They'll throw money at it like it's the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. Let's talk about grading, because this is where the rubber meets the road. If you're sitting there with a 1981 penny thinking you've struck gold, here's what you need to do. First, look for sharp details in Lincoln's hair and beard. The clearer, the better. Weak strike? Toss it back in the jar. Scratches or wear? Sorry, not your millionaire ticket. What you want is a coin in mint state 67 or above. That means the coin has no wear, strong luster, and almost no contact marks. Second, flip the coin and inspect the Lincoln Memorial. You should be able to see individual lines on the steps, not just a blur. A strong strike on both sides is essential, and if you want to be absolutely sure, don't guess, get it graded. Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, are your best friends here. If they give your coin a top grade, you might be sitting on 6 or 7 figures. Let me tell you a quick story. A couple years ago, I was helping my dad clean out his garage. You know the kind of job: dust, cobwebs, old tennis rackets from the 80s, and boxes full of stuff we hadn't touched in decades. Well, in one of those boxes was a metal coffee can filled with pennies. No rolls, just raw coins. My dad had been throwing loose change in there since the 70s. We poured them out on the workbench, just for kicks. I didn't expect anything. But then I saw it. A 1981 penny. No mint mark. Super shiny. Looked almost brand new. I stuck it in a Ziploc, took it to a local coin shop. Long story short, it graded MS-67. Not the $1 million jackpot, but still got a high 5-figure offer. You never forget the feeling. That moment you realize a coin you ignored for 40 years might be your ticket to a better life. Alright, so let's say you go through your stash and find a shiny 1981 penny with no mint mark. What next? Don't clean it. I repeat, do not clean it. Not with soap, not with vinegar, not even with a t-shirt. You could destroy the surface and instantly kill the value. Store it safely. Use a soft coin holder or a flip case. Keep your fingerprints off it. Get it evaluated by a reputable dealer or grading service. Spend the money to get it authenticated and graded. It could be the best investment you ever make. And finally, stay informed. Watch auctions, follow coin forums, and track prices. The coin market moves fast, and knowledge is your biggest weapon. So there you have it. The 1981 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny, a humble copper coin with a millionaire's secret. It's hiding in jars, drawers, coffee cans, even under car seats. And it's waiting for someone like you to find it. Whether you're a casual collector or a serious treasure hunter, this coin reminds us all that value can be hiding in the smallest places. In a world where everything's gone digital, it's still a physical penny that can change your life. Go find that penny. Search your old change, hit up yard sales, ask your relatives if they've got old jars of coins. Because if you find one in mint state, your life could change overnight. If you like this video and want more tips on turning coins into cash, rare finds, grading secrets, and how to build your own coin empire, hit that subscribe button, smash the like, and share this with someone who always says, it's just a penny. Because next time, that penny could be worth over $1 million. Hey there, treasure hunters and spare change detectives. Welcome back to the channel where pocket change could be your plane ticket to $1 million lifestyle. And now, I need you to stop whatever you're doing and check your change jar, the glove box in your car, the couch cushions, and that drawer we all have that's full of batteries, paper clips, and old receipts. Because there's a penny, yeah, a 1-cent coin out there that looks just like the others but is secretly worth a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. I'm talking about the 2016 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. That's right, folks. A coin minted less than 10 years ago might just buy you a beach house, a new pickup truck, and season tickets to your favorite team. All from a penny most people wouldn't even bend over to pick up. And before you say, come on, that's gotta be fake, let me tell you, I thought the same thing until a coin collector buddy of mine showed me the real deal. I'll tell you what happened with that story in just a second. But first, smash that like button and subscribe because I've got more money-making coin secrets coming every week. Don't miss out. Alright, now let's dive deep into the mystery of this modern-day copper jackpot. Let's get something clear from the jump. Not every 2016 penny is worth $1 million. Most of them are still worth exactly 1 cent. Maybe 2 if you're lucky. We're talking rare errors and extremely high-quality mint state examples that command insane value at auctions. The no mint mark 2016 Lincoln Memorial penny we're talking about isn't just rare. It's a mix of several unique features that turned it into a collector's dream. First off, 2016 was toward the end of the Lincoln Memorial penny production line. It was right before the newer shield design fully took over. That makes it one of the last coins with that classic Lincoln back on the front, Memorial on the back style. That means it was made in Philadelphia. And while Philly pennies don't usually carry a mint mark, what makes this version wild is that some of them were struck with unusual die errors, like double die outbursts, off-center strikes, or even planchet issues. Those are the coin blanks themselves being misfed. The surface condition. One 2016 penny graded MS-70, that's a perfect mint state rating, sold for over $1.5 million because it was flawless, had a unique double die, and was verified to be from a rare die pair. That combo doesn't happen often. But if you've got one, you might want to call your bank and tell them you're retiring early. Alright, let's get practical. You've probably got dozens of 2016 pennies lying around. How do you know if you've struck gold, or, in this case, copper-plated zinc, if it's been chewed by your dog, left in a puddle, or run over by your lawnmower? I hate to break it to you, it's not the $1 million one. The valuable pennies are in mint state condition, which means no scratches, no discoloration, no dings. Think of it like new car shine on a 9-year-old coin and flip it under a magnifying glass. Look at the date, does the 6 look doubled? What about Lincoln's eye? If any part of the design seems doubled or blurry when it shouldn't, that could be a doubled die error, another red flag to look for is off-center strikes. If the coin isn't perfectly round, or the design looks shifted, bingo, that might be a rare error. A strong, bold strike with bright red luster is what collectors want. If your 2016 penny has full details, sharp features, and that brand new penny shine, you might have a winner. Should be around 2.5 grams. If it's way off, like closer to 3.1 grams, that could mean it was struck on a copper planchet, which is super rare post 1982 and a huge deal. Let me tell you how I got pulled into this whole penny game. A buddy of mine, let's call him Joe, used to roll his eyes when I talked about coin collecting. Said it was something only retired librarians did. One morning, we're at this dusty little coffee shop on Route 6. The kind of place where they still serve coffee in chipped mugs and know your name if you come twice. Joe gets change back from his $10 bill, looks at his hand and goes, "Hey, this penny looks weird." I glance at it, and it's a 2016 penny. No mint mark. But the date was off. The 0 and the 6 were slightly doubled. I said, "Dude, let me borrow this," and I pull out my loop. Yeah, I carry one. You never know. Long story short, we sent it in to get graded. Came back MS-67 with a verified doubled die. It wasn't the $1 million coin, but it did sell for a clean $2,300. Joe stopped laughing after that. In fact, he's the guy who gave me the tip on the 2016 $1 million auction last year. Let's talk numbers. The highest known value paid for one of these ultra-rare 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies was $1.5 million. It happened at a private auction where two elite collectors battled it out, and the winning bidder made headlines for snagging it. Now, most average condition 2016 pennies are worth a cent, maybe a few dollars if they have a common error. Certified mint state grades like MS-67 to MS-70 unique die errors, high luster, strong strike quality, or those struck on experimental or off-metal planchets are the ones that get serious cash. Even if your coin isn't the $1 million variety, one error penny could still get you anywhere from $50,000 to $5,000. And if it's rare enough, like the $1 million example, it can set your future up nice and cozy. You can get them graded through companies like PCGS or NGC. It's worth it if you even think your coin is special. Sometimes a $100 investment in grading gets you a 6-figure payout. You started this video thinking it was just another penny. But now you know that the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny could be your secret ticket to wealth. Whether you're a casual coin checker or full-blown collector, the key is being curious. Take the time to inspect your change, educate yourself on coin errors, and stay sharp. Because these valuable coins are still out there, in pockets, in purses, even under your car seat. Before you go, I've got a challenge for you. Check every 2016 penny you can find this week. If anything looks strange, hold on to it, look it up, and get it graded. And hey, if you found this video helpful, entertaining, or just kinda crazy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin or just want to brag about the time you almost threw one out. I've got new videos dropping every week with more coin secrets, value breakdowns, and market updates. So stay tuned, stay curious, and remember, your fortune could be 1 penny away. Hey there treasure hunters and pocket change pros, welcome back to the channel where we turn boring old pennies into pure excitement and possibly into pure gold. Now I know what you're thinking, a penny, a measly copper coin from the year 2000. What could possibly be interesting about that? Well, sit tight, because one of these little guys with no mint mark might just make you a millionaire. That's right, we're talking about a real Lincoln Memorial penny that has sold for a jaw-dropping $1.6 million, and it could be hiding in your junk drawer right now. In this video we're diving into the fascinating world of the 2000 no mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's worth a fortune, how to tell if you have one, and the story behind this modern day treasure. So grab a cup of coffee and maybe a jar of coins and let's dig in. Alright, let's clear this up. Mint marks are those tiny letters on coins that tell you where they were made. P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, and S for San Francisco. Now in the year 2000 most Lincoln pennies were made in Philadelphia, and traditionally they didn't carry a mint mark. So yes, most 2000 pennies will not have a mint mark and they're completely ordinary. But here's the kicker, not all no mint mark coins are created equal. The $1 million baby we're talking about today isn't just any old penny, it's a rare error coin, and collectors go crazy for errors. Think of it like a baseball card with a printing mistake. Suddenly it's not trash, it's a treasure. This particular 2000 no mint mark penny has a double die obverse error. That's fancy coin talk for saying Lincoln's face and other design elements on the front of the coin were stamped twice, slightly off-center, giving it a shadowed ghost-like appearance. Imagine looking at the word liberty and seeing a second slightly overlapping version of it underneath. That's what we call doubling, and in this case it's extreme clear and 100% legit. This penny also has incredible condition, graded at MS67 or higher, which means it's in almost perfect shape, straight from mint rolls, and likely never touched human hands until it got slabbed by a professional grader. Now combine a rare doubling error with high condition and a little sprinkle of collector demand and boom, you've got yourself a $1.6 million cent. Let me take a quick detour here and tell you a little story. A couple years back I was helping my uncle clean out his garage. You know how those weekends go, dust, cobwebs, a box labeled stuff from 1987, you name it. He had an old Folgers coffee can filled with change and was about to throw it away. I kid you not, I said, hold up, let me look through these real quick. Not because I was expecting anything valuable, but because hey, I love coin collecting, it's my weird little hobby. Well, I didn't find a $1 million penny, but I did find a 1943 steel cent and a 1969 S double die, which later sold for several $100. Not life-changing, but that old can went from trash to treasure just like that. Point being, you never know what's hiding in plain sight, even in your own garage. Now for the good stuff, here's what to look for on your 2000 no mint mark Lincoln Memorial penny. First, pull out a magnifying glass or zoom in with your phone camera. Look at the word liberty and in God we trust. Is there obvious doubling? Like you can see shadows of the letters behind them? Check Lincoln's eye and mouth too. Some double die errors show extra outlines on his face. If it looks a little creepy, like Lincoln's morphing into a shadow version of himself, that's a good sign. Also, condition matters big time. If the coin looks like it just came out of a fresh roll and it has almost no scratches, then congratulations, you've got the right stuff. Now, just because a penny shows doubling doesn't automatically make it worth millions. Some are minor errors and not valuable, but major doubling in pristine condition is what turns an everyday coin into a fortune. This 2000 penny that fetched $1.6 million at auction was actually found by a coin roll hunter. That's someone who picks up rolls of coins from the bank and sifts through them looking for rare ones. Talk about dedication. He had been going through thousands of pennies every week and almost missed this one, thinking it was a smudge or dirt, but upon closer inspection he saw the double die effect and sent it off to be graded. It came back with a top-tier rating from PCGS, a respected coin grading company, and the bidding war began. A wealthy collector who had been hunting for that exact type of error for years ended up paying the record-breaking price. Let's talk psychology here. Why in the world would someone pay millions for a penny? Because rare coins are like artwork, they're unique, finite, and collectible. For wealthy investors, it's not about spending $1 million, it's about preserving value in something rare and tangible. The 2000 double die no mint mark penny is a unicorn. It's one of a kind in that condition and error combination, so for someone who wants to own the best of the best, it's worth the price. Also, coins are historically a safe haven asset like gold, but shinier and more fun to talk about at parties. If you're digging through your change and don't find the big guy, don't get discouraged. There are still valuable 2000 pennies out there that can fetch hundreds or even thousands of off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, clipped planchet errors where it looks like someone took a bite out of the coin, die cracks, or what collectors call cuds where extra metal has bled onto the surface. And of course, high-grade condition even without errors can bring in a decent profit. If you think you found something special, don't rush to sell it at your local pawn shop. They might give you $10 when it's worth 10,000. Take clear close-up photos of both sides post on online coin forums like CoinTalk or Reddit's Coin Collecting to get a second opinion. If it looks promising, send it off to be graded by PCGS or NGC. Once graded, consider listing it on a high-end auction platform like Heritage Auctions or Great Collections. They handle serious buyers with deep pockets. That little penny in your pocket could be holding a secret worth $1.6 million. That the year 2000 wasn't just about Y2K and dial-up internet, but also hiding one of the most valuable modern pennies ever discovered. And most importantly, that you should never underestimate your loose change. Remember to always check your coins, flip them over, take a good look, and if something looks off, that might just be your lucky day. If you found this video helpful, or if you're now staring at your penny jar with new hope in your eyes, go ahead and hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on coins that are worth money, how to spot them, and the stories that make collecting such a thrill. Turn your pocket change into potential profit, and who knows, maybe your next trip to the gas station ends in $1 million discovery.